Figma just released their Claude Code connector that allows you to take your code, turn it into a Figma file, and explore any design direction for your website or your app. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Figma MCP so that you can do this, how to go from Claude Code to Figma so that you can edit your app or website in Figma, how to make design changes in Figma and Figma Make, and then how to take those design changes back to code so that you can implement exactly what you've designed. If you don't know me, my name is Chris, and for the last 15 years, I've been designing apps and advising startups on product design, and I've helped hundreds of people in my AI community to build apps and websites using these AI coding tools. And with that said, let's jump straight into Figma and Claude Code and see what it can do. So first, let's talk about how to set up the MCP in Figma. I've just got a design file open here in Figma, and all you need to do basically is just go onto dev mode. So if you're used to being in design mode, that's just this toggle on the bottom right hand. In the middle here, basically go to dev mode here. If you're not familiar with Figma, or you've just used Figma just a little bit, this is basically just switching between modes of Figma, basically between like an illustration mode or draw mode, design mode, and dev mode. And dev mode is basically where you get all of the code for everything that you've designed in Figma, but more importantly is where you access the MCP controls as well. So MCP is this section on the right hand side here. You have to have nothing on the canvas selected. Obviously, if you select something, it shows all the information on the right. But when you have nothing selected in dev mode, it will show you the MCP section where you can basically turn on the MCP connection and then change it between either the local server or downloaded. And this is just 4 images here as well that you've got here. So this is set up to be enabled, and this is on a local server. That is how to set up your MCP server in Figma. The next thing that we need to do is set up the Figma MCP in Claude Code. So I have Cursor open here. The only reason I'm using Cursor is so that I can show you the website that we're going to be working with here, which is a website for an app that I'm working on called Orchestrate, which is an agentic development environment for builders, basically like Cursor for non-technical people, just something that I'm working on as a personal project. And I've got this website here, and it's okay. The design is okay, but I really want to take it into Figma, make some changes, and also test out some different things as well. Test out some different fonts, see what it looks like, make a decision, kind of go off in a bunch of different design directions, and then bring it back into code here as well. And I'm going to show you how to do that with Figma Make, because there's kind of these 2 different ways of designing if you're working on the front end, building your app or website, where design can be more exploratory, like divergent, where we're doing lots of different designs on different canvases to see what works best, and convergent, where we're kind of coming back to the option that we like the best. The reason why Figma still works for that kind of divergent design is because, and I've done this loads, where I prompted Claude Code to be like, okay, update the font to this different font. Okay, update it to the other font again. Okay, change it back to this font. Okay, maybe let's try a different font. And actually, it would be way easier just to take it into Figma, to click a button, change the font, see what it looks like, make a decision, and then just change it once in the code. And I don't have to keep on going back and forth with Claude Code all the time. Now, I have the terminal open down the bottom here, so this might look a bit technical to you, but all we're going to do is we're going to open the terminal here. We're going to type Claude to run Claude Code. If you don't have Claude Code already installed, you can go to the Anthropic website, copy a command, open a terminal either in Cursor or just a terminal on your Mac by doing search and then typing terminal, opening a terminal that way, and just installing Claude Code in the terminal. And then once you have Claude Code running in your terminal inside the projects that you're going to be working in, what we're then going to want to do is basically, I've just done a quick search for Dear here, how to set up the Figma MCP in Claude Code, is you're going to want to copy this command and paste it into your terminal. Or if you want the really, really easy route, all you have to do is ask Claude Code to set up the Figma MCP for you. Now, if you're doing this in a new terminal, just get a new terminal open, navigate to the project that you're working in. If you're in Cursor, it will already do that for you. Just navigate to the folder and then paste that command to add the Figma MCP server to Claude Code. I'm actually just going to get rid of this terminal. And then what we're going to do, once we've added that, you can also just say, add the Figma MCP to Claude Code, and it will research and figure out how to do it for you. It can do terminal commands and all of that stuff. So Claude Code will be able to help you out if you don't know, if you're unfamiliar, or if you feel a bit worried about just pasting it into the terminal and doing it that way. Once you've installed the Figma MCP with Claude Code, all you're going to want to do is go /MCP in Claude Code. This lets you manage your MCP servers, and you can see here we've got Figma is connected. that will show up as Figma, and it will need to be authenticated when you first do it. And all you'll have to do is go down to the Figma connection here, press enter. It will open up a window in your browser and you'll be able to authenticate the MCP server that way. Now, what this means and what MCP servers are, if you're not familiar, is basically a way for different AI tools to connect to each other and to understand each other. So what this allows Claude Code to be able to do is basically it allows Claude Code to be able to read all of the stuff that we have here in Figma, which is great because it means that we can use this design, the designs that we have in Figma, as context for Claude Code to actually design our website. And the other way that we can use the Figma MCP is that we can send code to Figma to render in Figma so that we can play around with the design and see what it looks like. So now that we've set up the Figma MCP, we've got that working. What we're going to do is just send our website here to Figma. And all we have to do is say, send this to Figma. Once you have the MCP set up, this is going to send it to my Figma account. You'll connect your Figma account to this basically. So it says, I'll capture your website design and send it to Figma. Let me first check your project setup and see if a dev server is running. The dev server is running because it's right here. I can see it running, but Claude Code just wants to check that. And then it's going to use, it's saying tool use, Figma, generate Figma design. So this is a tool in the Figma MCP that allows you to generate a design in Figma from Claude Code. And we're just going to say, yes, we're just going to allow this. And this is then going to create a new Figma file. What it's going to ask us first, do we want to orchestrate, add to the existing orchestrate Figma file? So it's picked up that I already have this orchestrate Figma file open here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to the same file. So let's go back to Claude Code here. Let's say add it to the orchestrate file. We're going to say yes. This is going to add some script basically to your website, to your code, to allow it to capture this page and then send that information to Figma. This is basically what allows it to render Figma on your Figma file. So this is our local host here. It's capturing this page in our browser and it's sending to Figma. So now we can click open file. We can also do a bunch of other things with this Claude Code connector to Figma as well. We can capture the entire screen, or we can just select an element here and click on an element and it will send that element to Figma. So if we just want to do an iteration on this hero section here, we can actually just select the hero section. Or if we want to do an iteration on another section on the website here, say that I want to explore some different options for this. I don't necessarily want to have tabs here. I want to do something else. Then let's select this section, send it to Figma. But now that we've already sent this to Figma, so let's open the file and see what it's added. So you can see that Figma has captured the page here. It's actually missed a bunch of stuff, which is interesting. So maybe it's to do with the way that I've got this set up, but it has managed to capture, the hero section here, which is the main sort of bit that I wanted to edit. It does have a bunch of other sections, but there's actually nothing in these frames, which is really interesting. So I'm not sure why it hasn't captured those sections, but you can see here it's added this as a frame on my Figma file. So now I can compare these two designs to see like, okay, where are the differences? And maybe I want to try some other directions here as well. So let's see, we can change, we can go into any of these elements, rechange the ordering of this stuff. We could actually just have it left aligned like that, which is more kind of like what I wanted to do here. Add in a gap between these elements. So what I'm going to do here, instead of using this version that it's pulled through, I just want to capture the hero section from our app. So we've got this up and running in our browser here where we can send different elements to Figma. So I'm going to click on this hero section. That will send that to Figma. So I can open the file here. This will open the Figma file, and that's going to send this hero section to Figma. It hasn't quite captured all of it. It's just captured the content in the hero section here. And I want to basically change some of these fonts just to see what it looks like. So there's a bunch of things that you might want to do here that are useful. Anything where it's like a little quick change that you might not want to say to Claude Code. You might not want to keep prompting these font changes, for example. So one thing that I can do here is just to try out different fonts. So I'm going to try instrument serif works quite well. Actually, I want to make this a lot bigger. So let's see what it looks like when it's bigger. Let's just let's change the design for some of these elements. So that looks good. With that, we could also change it to some different fonts here as well. I prefer that version. I feel like instrument serif is maybe a little bit overdone. Maybe we can try space grotesque instead. And we're going to do this with light and then much tighter letter spacing. That also could work really well as well. And then once you've kind of chosen on the direction that you want to go with, and this is good because it doesn't mean any code changes and you're not using up any of your token budget. If you're using Claude Code and you're paying via that API, or you have a lower tiered plan, even if you have a higher tiered plan, it's not using up any of your token budget, which is great to make these changes. You might even want to try like reordering sections here. So I might want to try like this with a left-hand layout and then having this section like left aligned. So what does it look like this, for example? That could be quite good. There's some issues with like the layout. There's some issues with like the auto layout on some of this stuff. So it's not 100% there yet, but it's definitely useful. I might also want to say like, what does this look like in light mode, for example, as well? So another way that you can use Figma coming from your code is to take this into Figma Make and actually make some broader changes. So what I'm going to do now is show you how you can go to Figma Make some broader changes and try out some different changes with some different AI models before you go back into code and back into Claude Code and then apply those changes to your actual website or your app. So let's go to the home screen here on Figma and click on a new Make file. And then what we're going to do in Figma Make is we can choose all of these AI models. I'm going to choose Claude Opus 4.6. Gemini 3.1 hasn't been added here yet. Otherwise, I would be using Gemini 3.1. And let's add this orchestrate. Let's add this orchestrate frame. We'll just do copy link to selection and then go back and paste that into Figma Make, and that will paste it in here. And then we can say basically the changes that we want to do. So like, let's see this hero section in light mode. And then we'll just send it off to Figma Make. And instead of going through like Figma and making all of these changes like in the specific details, like I've got to change the fonts, I have to change the style of this UI here. I'm going to have to go through all of these different gradients and like update all of this UI to be like a light mode UI. We can just do this directly in Figma Make, which can do these kind of broader changes for us basically. And then when Figma Make is finished, we'll be able to see the light mode version of our hero here. And so we can see it here. I actually really like this light mode version. And so what we're going to do then, because the Figma MCP basically picks up any designs on the canvas, is we're going to go to this copy design button in the top right hand side, click copy design, and then we can go back to Figma design canvas, and we can just paste this design directly back into Figma, into our design file. And then we can kind of compare these two next to each other. Which one do we like best? Which one do we want to go with? I'm actually going to reduce the size of the font on this one just a little bit. And I think that works a little bit better. And now I want to show you how you can go back into code from the design that you've changed in Figma. So let's take this hero design here. I'm going to copy this link to this selection here, to this frame. We're going to go back to cursor with Claude Code running in the terminal here. And we're going to say use the Figma MCP to update the hero style based on this design. And we're going to paste in the URL here as well. And I'm going to give it a little bit more information because I've had instances where this hasn't worked 100%, and I'm sure they're going to be improving the way that this MCP connection actually works, so it's going to be more accurate over time. We're just getting in on like the first release of this kind of tool with Claude Code and Figma. And let's say replace the hero title with space grotesque from Google Fonts. So we're going to send that off to Claude Code, and Claude Code is going to use the Figma MCP to read the design at that URL that we've shared. It's using the get design context tool there already, and it's finding a bunch of stuff here as well. It's going to read the current hero component layout, and then it's going to apply that to our website that we've got here, and we're going to be able to see exactly what it looks like. And then we could do even further changes back in Claude Code here by saying, can you apply the same style as we designed in the hero to the rest of the website as well, and that will apply the same style across the entire rest of this website here. So you also can do this So there's also this really good workflow here where you're going back from Figma into code just for one individual section. You can see it looks pretty bad there. It's figuring out and writing all the code kind of like in real time. But where you go from Figma back to code, just having redesigned one section, and then in Claude Code, you apply all of the design changes from that one section across your entire app or across your entire website as well. So that is also a really good way of doing it. And so you can see now that it's updated this hero section. Now it isn't 100% accurate all the time. It doesn't quite get it right all of the time, and so we're gonna have to like tweak this slightly. If I go into my browser and like let's have a look at this, like it's a little bit better here because the spacing is better. It's actually just tried to like squash the hero design that we had in Figma into the container for this website. And so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to either reduce the size of this heading. The logo is also still, so we haven't really affected the navigation here either, so we would want to change that. But all we're going to have to do is say, let's make sure that the title, that the orchestrate heading is fully visible on the page, and Opus will be able to fix that for us. So let's just say that back into Claude Code. Let's make sure the title is fully visible in the hero. Currently it gets cut off by the visual. Make the content wide to accommodate the title in its current size. You probably don't even need to say that much, to be honest, but that's gonna update this so that it's wide enough to do that. I'm also going to go back to Figma. We also have a dark button here as well, so it hasn't picked up that. But it is a good way of really quickly going between design and code in a more natural workflow. You can see that it's updated that to fit that a little bit better. We do need a little bit more spacing here, and the font style isn't exactly correct, but this is the beginning of this kind of style workflow. And I know like this is a sponsored video for Figma, but I just wanted to show you how you can use Figma, because I've been using Figma for since it was released. Basically, I've been using Figma for a very long time in my design agency and as a designer at multiple companies and startups. And if you are familiar with Figma, this is a really powerful workflow because you can go very easily between these tools. Now, design to code and code to design is one of those traditionally incredibly difficult things to do. And this just shows you how far we've come from basically handing over static images to developers to get them to build them, to being able to build exactly what we want as designers or as non-technical people using these developer tools like Cursor, like Claude Code, and using Figma to connect into those tools. So now I've gone through everything that you need to know about the Figma MCP, how to use Figma, how to use Figma Make, and then how to bring things back into code and Claude Code. Let me get into my final thoughts. So I think this Figma and Claude Code Connect is basically showing us the direction that design and product is going in the future. It's showing us how we can use more traditional design tools like Figma. And it's funny to say traditional design tools because it seemed like a very completely different concept when I started using it about 10 years ago. But how we can use tools like Figma, connect them into code, and actually translate the designs that we have in Figma into real code. But not only that, how we can work with real applications, with real website projects, and take them into Figma, edit the design, and then push that back into code as well using the Figma MCP. Now, this means that as a designer, you can legitimately get the code from your development team, set it up in a local environment on your machine, and then send all of those pages, all of those components directly into Figma, make tweaks in Figma, and then send that right back to code, and then submit a PR or send that code over to your development teams so that they can actually add it into the product. And this is really where the product design workflow is going. But not only that, it just enables anyone building apps and anyone building websites to be able to use a design tool alongside a coding tool to kind of go between those two worlds and get the best of both and actually get something that you're really happy with. Now, if you are building with AI and you want to learn how to vibe code and get started with these AI coding tools, I have a community helping people do just that over at school.com/AI apps. So feel free to head over there to check that out. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.